Man, I'm just trying to figure out what the hell happened. We started talking about how I don't want to get copyright struck, and then YouTube took down my video or took down my live stream. So I don't know. I don't know what the hell's happening. But I appreciate you being here. Let's see what we got here. Oh, I told you Sam Sloman wasn't very good. That dude who asked for the game must have worked for YouTube. Wow. Do you think? That'd be nuts. Because I called them YouTube overlords. Do you think that's enough to take my stream down? That would literally be nuts. Maybe. We'll see if we can get our viewership back up. I cannot believe we had over 2,000 views on our first watch party that wasn't even Rams related. Makes me wonder if I should just do Rams watch parties for every game. What is happening here? I don't know about you. I'm absolutely ready for the second half. And I'm hoping that Najee Harris is going to get a carry in the second half that puts him over 25.5 yards. Otherwise, I'm done. What's up, Doug? How we doing? I know. I gotta enjoy my Sunday. Once the Sunday gets taken away, that's when all hell can break loose. Yeah, Doug. I have a prop pick'em on Underdog, and I gotta, in order to get to 400 to win $400 tonight, I have to have 5 things go correctly, and one of them is Najee Harris going over 25.5 yards. So if he doesn't come back out, of course they're kicking it away. So he's probably done for the rest of the night. That's gonna annoy me. Then that means I lost. So who's returning this one? Yikes. There we go. Ben DiNucci season. Been waiting for this. All right, let's see what we got here. DiNucci's under center. Wow. Nowhere to go. Jameer Jones, and then number 92, Dorrance Armstrong. No. Wrong. Loudermilk, the 5th round rookie. So right now the Cowboys are rolling with Siwo Alu. I don't know how to say it. I don't even think that's Siwo, actually. That looks like Nick Ralston. We are back. Ben DiNucci. What's up, Substance? How we doing? Yeah, Nolan, my stream got swatted off the interwebs, so yeah, that's such a great name. Ooh. There's my guy. That's Quincy Roche from, well, he was originally from Temple, transferred Miami. Somehow the Steelers got him the 6th round. I wanted the Rams to get him. And to be honest with you, I don't know why the Rams didn't get him. I think he could instantly compete in that room. Who's returning this one? We got... Wow. It was a good carry there. Matthew Sexton on the punt return. That's how to make an impact. Yeah, Roche never should have been available in the 6th round, man. That's just absolutely, that's just crazy. Freiermuth. Nice. Oh, no, that was... Wait, what the hell number is Freiermuth? I thought he was 87. He's 88. Wow, okay. Kevin Rader, I guess. We saw Gentry in the first half. Oh. Freiermuth is out. That's probably why. McFarland is in the backfield, takes the toss, sweep. Ooh, like the vision there, getting the first. You know, fun fact with Anthony McFarland, he comes from Maryland, and the OC for the Steelers, I don't know how often we see it, but the OC for the Steelers, Matt Canada, is also the former coach at Maryland, so they drafted Anthony McFarland before they even had Canada. And now Canada is the OC, and as you can see, that's him. Right on cue. They know each other pretty well. Come on, Haskins. Oh, Kalen Ballage. We saw some good things out of him. You know, he was originally going to be the starter in Miami. Kenyon Drake overcame that. Then he got cut, went to the Jets. The Jets cut him. He went to the Chargers and really, you know, displayed some ability with the Chargers when Austin Eckler was out. You had him. You had Justin Jackson. You had Joshua Kelly. And I thought he was the best running back out of the bunch. When the Steelers got him and they didn't have Najee Harris yet, I thought they might have a go-to back in Kalen Ballage. So that's a name we're going to want to watch here. Haskins rolls out. He's going to throw, and would have been nice to see that touchdown to Ray McLeod, but and he points to his chest. That's definitely on him. Right, Nolan? It is interesting. All right, so we got Haskins on 2nd and goal here. I think he's going to throw a touchdown personally. But you have Kalen Ballage. You can punch this in with him. Oh, they're going heavy here. Punch it in, Ballage. There you go. Kalen Ballage was a running back at Arizona State, had incredible athleticism, just a freakish athlete. Ran in the 4.3s, 4.4s. and he was at the Senior Bowl. I think he had the best day at the Senior Bowl. This is a few years ago, and everyone was talking about Rashad Penny. I'm a big fan of Kalen Ballage. I hope he's found a new home there. It is interesting, because they had Benny Snell, who was supposed to be like the second guy there, but we saw Anthony McFarland after Najee Harris, and then we saw Kalen Ballage. There's also Jalen Samuels on the roster, who also is a Senior Bowl standout. Dear God, who is that? Sam Sloman. Oh, my Lord. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with kickers tonight, but no one's looked good. Yeah, I don't know how Sloman is on a team right now. It's pretty nuts. Yeah, Matt Gay is the kicker for the Rams. Halloween Horror Nights, is that at Universal? What's up, Ryan? How we doing? Yeah, if you guys missed it, welcome. This is JE Live, but it is a watch party edition. We'll be doing plenty of these throughout the season. We'll be doing giveaways. I might do a giveaway right now. I might do a giveaway right now. Should I do a giveaway right now? Let's see, as hopefully we get some more people in here. But then again, I don't know. As you can see, guys, I do things on the fly here, but this is why you want to tune into my stuff, though. You never know. Never know what we're going to do. Ooh, nice tackle there. Number 29, Shakir Brown tripped up Johnny Dixon. That was a really nice stop. What position did Lynch play? Which Lynch? Marshawn? John Lynch? Oh, God. It was such an ugly throw. Yeah, they're definitely going to get PI on Justin Lane here. Yeah, that's not good. Justin Lane on the coverage with Simi Fehoko. He's all over him. All right, let's see what we get here. I don't even have... Who is that? Oh, it's Jaquan Hardy. Okay. Oh, it's picked off. So number 26, Donovan Steiner with the interception for the Steelers. And now we're going to get some more Steelers Dwayne Haskins-led offense. He led our only touchdown scoring drive of the game. Let's see what else Haskins can do. He's in competition with, right now anyway, with Mason Rudolph for the number 2 spot. Joshua Dobbs is also on the roster as well, so he'll at some point take over. Some good Jameer Jones there getting in with the pressure. All right, so we have Dwayne Haskins a little bit past the 50 here under center. Looks like McFarland's back in. Ooh, nice play action. Stepping up in the pocket. Whips it kind of nonchalantly to number 83, who is Anthony Johnson. If you guys remember him from Buffalo. Anthony Johnson has kind of bounced around the league a little bit as a UDFA. Played with Tyree Jackson over in Buffalo. They were a nice tandem there. What's up, Dabney? No, I'm not really impressed with Mason Rudolph either. But I like seeing my guy Dwayne Haskins, rip it. Albeit he hasn't ripped it yet, but, once again under center. Hands it off. Nothing doing there. It's going to be like 3rd and 6. I'd like to see them get Rico Bussey involved. He's had a really good camp. And the blow-up begins. I agree with you. I think Haskins is the second best quarterback on this roster, and I think they should give him a shot to compete once Ben is gone. Nice. Oh, he's kicking himself. You've got to get that first. McFarland's so mad. They got to go for it, though. You're not kicking a field goal, not with your kicker. Yeah, I know. All right, here we go. Going for it. Put it in Balaj. This is pretty simple. You're just going to have him plow through, which is what he does. Nice job. Kalen Balaj plowing through for the first down. I think Claypool's going to have a really good season, too. I just think it's going to be, like, the go-to guy will be Najee Harris. They kept Balaj out there. Nice jet motion there. Ooh, roll out. I like it. Number 33. Who's number 33? Oh, Trey Edmonds. That's right. The brother of Terrell and Tremaine. Probably not making the roster, but Nice to see him get a shot. There's Balaj, and he's going to get the first down. Nice piece of running there for Kalen Balaj, who's looked good so far as the flag comes in. Okay, well, I mean, that's fair. That's kind of right on the play, but I still think he probably would have broken that tackle, but that's annoying. What's up, Peo? Welcome. Yeah, Juju's not going to go over 1,000 yards. Not with all these guys. I think 700, 800 is probably a good estimate. Clinton Dix. He should. He's relatively young. I know he has some injuries, but he should have plenty. I won't say plenty. He should have something left in the tank. He's relatively young. Ooh. I got to tell you, that's not a bad throw by Haskins. You're throwing the outside boundary. I mean, that, obviously you want it closer to 17, but I think 17 has to do a better job of getting, himself to the ball. Isaiah McCoy, the rookie out of Kent State. I'd like to see him try to kind of veer off closer to the boundary and catch that pass. He engaged the hand fighting. I mean, but that's where you want to throw that, Haskins. That's not where you want to throw that. Well, I guess they're just settling for a field goal at that point, but oh yeah, the soft shell helmets. Yeah, they make pictures look really weird. I mean, if Sam Sloman misses this, does he get kicked off the team like right away? There it is. Sam Sloman from 48. It's 9-3 Steelers in a really ugly game, but no one cares because it's the Hall of Fame game, and that's the commencement of football again. So I don't think anybody cares. Send Sloman to the gulag. Rams related, how do you think Raheem Morris will be as DC? I'm worried about the loss of Brandon Staley, just a tad, since we saw him be a great as a DC. That makes sense. I think he's going to be really good. I mean, I think Raheem Morris is going to keep them on the right track, and I think honestly, it's no disrespect to Brandon Staley, who I love, and I think he's going to be phenomenal for the Chargers. But let's not discount how much better a defense is when you have Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey fully healthy. I mean, those two guys, I think, are enough to really anchor a defense. And so I think a lot of that came to having those guys, and then it made the scheming a little bit easier. So, I mean, keep that in mind is now, Raheem Morris is going to have those two, and he'll be able to do all of the stuff he wants to do on top of the stuff they already learned from last year with Brandon Staley. So, it's definitely something to keep in mind. I think the Steelers win. Because at worst, I think Josh Dobbs, when he comes in to relieve Dwayne Haskins, I think he's going to be able to run a little bit and just keep the Cowboys, back end of their defense off balance. I don't think Justin Jefferson is going to have a slump second year. I think he'll be relatively similar to last year, a little bit better maybe. Exactly, the hybrid scheme is intact. Having Sloman as your kicker is like having to throw hands in the gulag. That's funny. All right, let's kick back, relax, and watch the game a little bit. I mean, we're watching it, but I'm just changing the position that I'm sitting in. Do you think the Vikings have a chance to be a Super Bowl contender? A chance, maybe, but I don't look at the Vikings as a Super Bowl contender. I mean, right now, I would say, Mike Zimmer's absolutely on the hot seat. They need to at least get to the playoffs to keep his job. I think, the Vikings, obviously, their offense. One guy I'll highlight here is Irv Smith. I think Irv Smith is going to have a really good season. He was very efficient last year in the limited opportunities he got. So I really do like Irv Smith, especially fantasy-wise. I'm picking him either as my go-to tight end or as my second tight end. Have him finishing in the top 10. So I'm really high on Irv Smith this year. On top of the fact, look, it's really upsetting to lose a guy like Olabisi Johnson. I interviewed Olabisi Johnson, really nice guy. But there is opportunity now for a guy like D.D. Westbrook, who thought maybe his career was going down the toilet. And on top of that, you have ISM, Amir Smith-Marset from Iowa, who, can kind of do the same things that, D.D. Westbrook does, but he's a little bit taller. So, they definitely have options there. And then Chad Beebe is, potentially the favorite in the clubhouse because of how he's just stuck around that team and, he can help in the slot. But I think, I would definitely go with ISM or D.D. Westbrook to replace Olabisi Johnson. Ultimately, though, you're probably looking at Irv Smith getting the fourth most targets. It's going to be in order: Justin Jefferson, Dalvin Cook, Justin Jefferson, then you have Adam Thielen, and then probably Irv Smith, and then then you'll have a D.D. Westbrook or whoever takes over there. ISM, though, is going to be very, very good down the line. So, has the Hall of Fame game started yet? Yeah, it's in we're at the end of the third quarter practically. So, yeah, it's 9-3 Steelers over the Cowboys. Can we make it through, or are we gonna get too tired and pass out? No, I'm not gonna pass out on stream, but you get my point. Second and 6. Ben DiNucci is under center. So that is Brendan Knox, I believe, from Marshall. So we got 3rd and 3 now. DiNucci in the gun. Oh. So Aaron Parker I believe Aaron Parker's from Rhode Island. Rhode Island had a few talented players, Aaron Parker and then Isaiah Coulter over in Houston. Coulter was, one of my favorite receivers last year in the draft. So seeing Aaron Parker on a roster and getting, some playing time is pretty cool. I watched a little bit of Rhode Island. That's some good running by Brendan Knox there. And we're going to get a flag, of course. Well, while there's not a ton to see in the first preseason game, I'd make the argument it's definitely worth it because it's, the first time we're watching football and since the Super Bowl. So, All right, so that got called back. It's going to be 1st and 20. Ooh, I like this. DiNucci's going to take off and run. Some good blocking from number 47. It's Nick Eubanks, tight end from the UDFA tight end from Michigan. My guy, Fahoko, you got it. Number 81. They're keeping Brendan Knox in there. He's looked good. My current favorite player, my favorite non-Ram is probably Marlon Humphrey. I just love his game. Well, Lamar Jackson, Marlon Humphrey are like my two favorite players. The Rams, as far as that is concerned, probably Robert Woods. Yeah, I'd probably say Robert Woods, to be honest with you. Daryl Henderson is up there. I love Daryl Henderson. Matthew Stafford. Well, actually, Matthew Stafford's absolutely up there because, Matthew Stafford was one of my favorite players for a while. That's a tough one. I don't know if I have a true number one player, so to speak. I agree with you. I liked Woods way more in 17 than I like him in 2. Also, big Van Jefferson fan. I like that he stuck with 12. Hand it off. Brendan Knox again. I had a really high grade on his pass protecting. Like, they haven't even used him in pass pro, and, like, Brendan Knox is pretty solid. Here we go, 3rd and 10. DiNucci threw a pick earlier. He's trying to bounce back from that, put him in the end zone. Ooh. The screen did not work. But also, I mean, give credit to Buddy Johnson there. The rookie 4th-round pick. Inside linebacker. He read that well. He wasn't going anywhere regardless if he caught it or not, because Buddy Johnson was right there like a hawk. There we go. He tried. He tried to save it. I wanted to see a Matthew Sexton return again, but that wasn't going to happen. I'm ready to see Dwayne Haskins just uncork it, man. I do not know if you know on the top of your head, but what do you think was wrong with the 2020 Falcons defense? Well, I think, it just didn't work with Dan Quinn. I think he kind of fell off. They really could not stay healthy in the back end of their secondary. So, you look year prior, they have about 8 interceptions out of DeMonte Casey. He's out for the year. And then they have Keanu Neal gets hurt. So they dealt with injuries. And then really just the inexperience at corner. Because, basically it was like, you talk about, grabbing a guy like Desmond Trufant and developing him. Well, when it backfires, it's like who takes over for him? You had, young corners. So you drafted a corner in the kid out of Clemson, Terrell. So you draft him. You have Kendall Sheffield, Bleedy Ray Wilson. So there was some like, not only were they inexperienced, but then they also had like a guy like Bleedy Ray Wilson who wasn't like great. So they didn't have like a star power at corner. And so because of that and playing in that division, you're going up against DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Antonio Brown, and Michael Thomas. And, that's obviously last year with Emmanuel Sanders, Traquan Smith. So there's a lot of really good wide receivers in that division that those corners were not able to cover. So I think that really hurt them down the stretch. I mean, they have great, linebacker play out of Deion Jones and Foye Oluokun or whatever his name is from Yale. But and I do like their defensive line to an extent, except I do think they didn't get enough production out of Dante Fowler, and I think that also hurt them. So when you combine the lack of true cover guys at the corner position. And AJ Terrell, by the way, got better over time. He also dealt with COVID early on in the season, so I think that was a big issue. But when you look at that, it's just a lack of experience at corner, lack of true star power at corner. And then they weren't really able to rush the passer. You know, I mean, I really liked what I saw out of Michael Walker. And I think Walker later on in the year was used more as a pass rusher. But aside from that, I mean, they paid Dante Fowler some big time money, and he did not match that. So they really need to see some better things out of him, in my opinion. But, you know, we'll see in that regard. But yeah, that's what I'll say about the Falcons, is that I think it was a corner issue. I think it was a personnel issue. I think it was injury issue. I mean, you know, the fact that you didn't have Keanu Neal or DeMonte KZ, you know, I just think that was a big issue. Plus, you couldn't rush the passer as well. So I think that was a big problem there. While I was talking, number 83, who is 83? I don't even know who number 83 is, but I could watch Kalen Ballage run all day. So there's that. Number 83. I don't even know number. Anthony Johnson. I don't know why I was blanking there. I mentioned him earlier. Yeah, that was actually a fumble. Pretty crazy, right? You're welcome. You know, I watched the Falcons last year because I'm a big Todd Gurley fan, and I wanted to, you know, watch him play. I also watch all the teams, and I go back and I watch them in all 22. And, you know, I just think, like, that was a huge bummer when they brought in A.J. Terrell, first-round pick out of Clemson, and then Terrell comes in and instantly gets COVID. I think that really threw off what they wanted to do. Like I said, I think Kendall Sheffield has a future in this league, but it took him a while. And I think all these guys, if you notice, they all played better down the stretch, and that was when Raheem Morris was defensive coordinator. So if you could take anything away, you can take away the fact that everybody seemed to improve once Raheem Morris took over as defensive coordinator. That should give you, you know, a good feeling, you know, in the back of your mind, like, oh, okay, that's a good sign. But yeah, I mean, that's what I would say about the Falcons. Patriot USA, what do you mean no talk? You don't want me to talk, or I wasn't talking when you came in? Or do you have me muted? I've seen that before. People are like, "Why are you not talking? Why do you not have your mic on?" I'm like, "Did you check your phone? You might not have my voice on. You might not have the volume on." That's happened. Anyone have any other questions? I'm more than happy to answer them while we watch this game. Yeah, I was looking at that. The first half of the season, they were giving up hella points, and then they held some good teams to only 17 points, and the run game was not too bad. I live right down the street from the Hall of Fame. That's awesome. Exactly, Peter. Yeah, you know, that's the big thing, is that we clearly see that when Raheem Morris took over, the defense played better. So I can't even believe they're doing the Field of Dreams game. That's so crazy. All right, here we go, Haskins. You got 2nd and 7. You're in the gun. You can't take what the defense gives you. You got to go crazy here. All right, maybe take that. Maybe hold on to it. Jeez. Marcus Baugh. I think he played with Haskins, to be honest with you. He's from Ohio State. Might have been a year before Haskins actually started. All right, 3rd and 7 here. We got to see Haskins really just uncork it. Come on. That's Rico Bussey. And he's brought down. Yeah, the Cowboys draft was nuts. Crazy where they got Jabril Cox. Your bet for a standout Rams player this preseason, maybe someone we haven't talked too much about yet? Great question. So, I mean, I guess Xavier Jones. We've talked a lot about him, so that's not fair. I'll say Tristan Jackson. I'm very, very impressed. Going back, watching his film at Syracuse, I can definitely see Tristan Jackson. Let's call it like it is. And I was going to do a video on this. He's like a Josh Reynolds clone. So I could definitely see why they like him. That is crazy, Peter. You know, but that's the NFL. I mean, you know, go back to Tampa Bay. Perfect example, right? Tampa Bay wins the Super Bowl this year, and everyone just assumes it's because Tom Brady was there. But when you really look at it, I mean, Jameis Winston was not playing that horribly. I mean, obviously he threw 30 picks, but he threw 33 touchdowns. And those games, they came down to the wire. All those losses were like within one score or in overtime. So that was Jaquan Hardy, the rookie. Yeah, we have talked about most of the guys. I mean, that's the name of the game with my coverage. I'm just trying to make sure that you know as much as you can, and you know, I'm still learning every day. So you know, when I find things out, I like to pass it on, the information. Wow, that's Mark Gilbert. Big time fan of Mark Gilbert, by the way. He suffered 2 injuries, huge major injuries, but man, look at how easily he just flipped his hips there and broke up that play on number 80. That's a big time play, breaking up Brandon Smith's catch here. Boom. Gilbert's a stud, man, out of Duke. I'm a big fan of his game. 4.3 speed, 6'1 size. He's got good size, good speed. But, you know, he's got some good instincts, too. You can definitely play the cornerback position. That'll be a guy that they'll want to develop, and I'll be surprised if he's not at least on their practice squad, but I could even see him making the roster. I mean, he's a good player, man. If you guys follow my draft coverage, you'll know I covered him. I definitely like Mark Gilbert. Very true. I try to be thorough, man. That's why I have a hard time just going and, you know, talking about one topic. I like going through, you know, everything. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, that's a nice catch and run by Jaquan Hardy. He's getting some run here. He's not Dowdle. I'll tell you right now, Rico Dowdle could have a role this year. I mean, I'm not saying he's going to, you know, rival Zeke Elliott or Tony Pollard, but, you know, Rico Dowdle, it might actually be an interesting, you know, dynasty ad. Like, if you have Ezekiel Elliott or if you have Tony Pollard or if you have both of them, I would definitely handcuff them with Dowdle. I think he's going to get a run this year. He'll play a bit. Wow, that is not a good. That's just not a good decision. And that's a great play. Friend of the podcast, we interviewed him a while back. That is Steven Denmark, who is 6'4". He ran a 4.4 from Valdosta State. Definitely a fan of his game. It's just a matter with him. I mean, he's relatively new to the position. He was a former wide receiver transfer to corner. And when you have that size, a 6'4" size and everything, you know, you talk about Brandon Browner and guys all in that nature, Cam Chancellor, you know, big defensive backs, you know. Might be one of our more obscure UDFAs. Have you looked much into Alaric Jackson? He was the left tackle at Iowa. I think he would be a great depth piece for us. Yeah, from what I gathered, the Rams had a draftable grade on him. They like him. The way I look at it is pretty much anybody from Iowa, I'm going to trust their blocking prowess and their toughness, because you can't play at Iowa, much less be a starting offensive lineman at Iowa if you're not, a tough guy and you can't pass protect. So I like him. I like him as kind of like you said, like a death, not a death piece, a depth piece. He's a developmental guy to me. He's not somebody you'll probably see at all this year. If you see him this year, this is a bad sign. So that's somebody that they got. They want to develop, see what they can get out of him. Maybe he becomes a starter someday, but I don't see him, having a significant role unless something really bad happens. So there's going to be a Fantasy Island TV series. I just saw the movie last year. Football's halfway back. Iowa plus Wisconsin linemen are the way. I'm an Iowa fan, and I found out we picked him up, and I was pumped he's going to have Whitworth as a mentor. Yeah, that's a good point. Haskins rolls. Okay, I like that. All right, Trey Edmonds there. It's not bad. All right, Haskins, you got to throw a touchdown on this one. Oh, no, it's Dobbs. So Haskins is out. He didn't really, it wasn't too impressive for Haskins. Took what the defense gave him for the most part. Didn't throw a touchdown. He didn't throw a touchdown. He led a touchdown scoring drive, but he didn't throw an interception, which is good. Dobbs has familiarity with the Steelers, like he's been there already. But this is pretty much just to put film out there, just like Jalen Samuels. He absolutely did. I did say the Steelers would win. If the Rams somehow got the number 1 overall pick, what's the type of player do you think Snead or Sean McVay would pick? That would probably be for a quarterback, to be honest with you. If they got the number 1 overall pick, that would mean they'd be picking a quarterback because they wouldn't believe Stafford would continue playing. Yeah, they dropped that moniker, Battle for LA. Let's see if Dobbs can put this in the end zone to Rico Bussey here. No. Wow, Matthew Sexton caught that, but it was way out of bounds. Ooh. He definitely hit his head on the follow back. I always felt like the Steelers needed to have a helmet sticker on both sides. I don't like the one helmet sticker. Just a little, observation. Oh, nice job, Dobbs. What a freaking throw. That's a nice throw, man. That's Tyler Simmons. That is such a nice pass. Simmons was waived by Houston. The end of training camp last year. End of preseason last year. And yeah, he was a UDFA. He's 23 years old. He's from Georgia. Tyler Simmons. That's a hell of a throw by Dobbs, man. Hell of a throw. Love to see it. Yeah, I like Matthew Sexton, man. Good return, and then going up and getting that ball. I mean, I know it was out of bounds, but you make the most of your opportunities. If those are your opportunities, he's trying to make the most of them. Steelers have some fun receivers. I mean, Isaiah McCoy is a big target from Kent State. Anthony Johnson's a guy I liked a lot coming out of Buffalo. They have Ray McLeod, who's going to have a bigger role this year, kind of their gadget guy. And then Rico Bussey's been killing it in camp. That's another guy, UDFA. Matthew Sexton, we've been seeing him. And then they have, the go-to guys like Juju and Chase Claypool and Deontay Johnson and, James Washington. So there's a lot of talent there. On the Cowboys side of things, I mean, after CeeDee Lamb and Amari Cooper and Michael Gallup, I mean, you have Simi Fehoko, you have Cedric Wilson, you have Noah Brown, you have Aaron Parker, Malik Turner had a good game. TJ Vasher, although he's on the non-football injury list, but, nonetheless, Johnny Dixon, and, there's been some solid wideouts in this game, I'll say. Way to stay in the pocket right there by Dobby. Yeah, I agree. He got hit, too. 43 hit him. Azur Kamara, the former Kansas Jayhawk, UDFA last year. Saw him at the Senior Bowl. Interviewed him at the Senior Bowl. I like Azur Kamara a lot. I don't know if Minshew's going to get traded, to be honest with you. Like, I don't think he'll... Well, I'm not going to say I don't think. I don't know if he'll get traded or not. Culture Crave dropped. Ryan Reynolds says there's a pretty damn good chance Deadpool 3 starts filming next year. We're really actively developing it and getting it into pretty good shape. The film will be rated R and in the MCU. Interesting. You think he requests one? I could see that. I absolutely agree. I mean, I did a video why Minshew's the most underrated quarterback in the league. I love Minshew. Oh, nice. Yankees beat Mariners. Love to see it. Cowboys are down 16-3. Can you do anything? That is such a nice play. Mark Gilbert, baby. Love to see it. I don't think Jameis is going to hurt himself while training. Could be wrong, but... I don't think the Saints are going to do that. I don't think they're going to trade for anybody. Yeah, they would absolutely go with Taysom Hill. I'm only kidding. I know they've got their guys at least for this year. Yeah. They obsess over Taysom Hill, so... Which Jameis clip? What are my thoughts on Jamal Williams? I really like him. You know, I think he's going to have a better career, and I'm glad he left the Packers because when they got A.J. Dillon, that told me straight up they weren't going to give him a chance. And to me, they drafted him to be the guy. Aaron Jones out of UTEP, later round pick, comes out and just blows everyone away. But I do think Jamal Williams is a good running back, and I know his yards per carry isn't quite up there, but I do think with this offensive line that, you know, is predicated around having one of the better left tackles in football in Taylor Decker, a generational talent at tackle and moving over right tackle and Penei Sewell, and one of the best centers in football when you talk about Frank Ragnow. I just think like there's a lot there for him, and the fact that they want to run the football makes me even more excited for him. So I think he's going to have a lot of opportunity, and I don't think it's going to be a DeAndre Swift backfield. I think it's going to be him, Swift, and I think Jermar Jefferson is going to get involved. The late round pick out of Oregon State, I said many times on streams that he was the most patient runner in the entire draft. He had the best vision. So I definitely think that's a good bulk of carries there. But I think Jamal Williams is going to have a really good season. And the thing with Williams is I think he'll be used more out of the passing, more in the passing attack as well, which will increase his value. Now, where would I draft him if I'm talking fantasy-wise? You're probably looking in that, Nyheim Hines tier. I don't think he's quite up there with like actual starters because he's going to be splitting time with Swift. But I also don't know why Swift is going really early either. So I do think Jamal Williams is a good running back, and I think he'll have a pretty good career with the Lions. We got Dobbs back in the shotgun. Dumps it off. Jalen Samuels. All right, here we go. We get to see Presley Harvin boot another punt. He better win that job. Oh, how about that? Presley Harvin hit a rocket, more like a line drive. And the guy muffed it, and the Steelers are going to get the ball back. That's Reggie Davis getting it muffed. Tough bounce there. And that's Anthony Johnson hopping on it out of Buffalo. How about that? Wow, what a... Jeez. You got to feel for Reggie Davis, man. I mean, if you play baseball... Those type of hops in baseball randomly happen, and it's just ridiculous. It's one of those hops, man. You just don't know. You never see that coming, and it comes up, and it's like too late. Especially with all those pads, it just bounces right off. Ooh, I like this. Come on, Dobbs, nice. That's some good work there to get back to the line of scrimmage. Live to play another down. There's no need to try to force a crazy play there. I do like that. Yeah, right. Presley Harvin's balling. Even if it's kind of nonchalant. Oh, for my Star Wars gaming fans out there, Culture Crave. EA confirms they will keep investing in the Jedi Fallen Order franchise. That's a W. Here we go, Dobbs. Ooh, nice. Anthony Johnson, who recovered the muff fumble there. Catches the pass there. I'm sure he thought he had a touchdown if he broke that tackle. Yeah, barely slipped that tackle, man. Or barely missed slipping the tackle. That's Deontay Burton, formerly with the Colts. Hands it off. Okay. All right. Oh, that's... There's a Jabril Cox sighting. I think the Steelers are going to be a good football team. I definitely think they make the playoffs. I definitely think they could, make a run for the Super Bowl. I'm not saying they are Super Bowl contenders, but I do think they could, make a deep run in the playoffs. They got a lot of talent. The defense is still one of the best in the league, and ooh, that's a nice run. Yeah, that's a nice run. First down. Jalen Samuels, former NC State running back, split time with Naeem Hines. But yeah, I mean, I could see the Steelers, competing for sure. And I think Ben Roethlisberger, people are already trying to just get rid of and just assume that he's old and retired and everything. He's still got plenty left in the tank. He's got another season, maybe even another one after that. It's not like he's on fumes. So that's what I'll say in that regard. Dobbs hands it off, and nothing doing there. So that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning, and I'm going to wrap this watch party up. So you guys throw your questions at me, and I will answer them before I head out of here. What do you guys want to talk about? Drop your questions below. Pretty successful watch party. While we didn't have a ton of people in at once, and I think the max that we had was about 21 people. If you count our first one and our second part, we had a total of almost 3,000 views. So that's pretty damn good. Which rookie from each NFC West team will make the biggest impact this season? I think the Niners, Trey Lance, because I think Trey Lance is going to start. I think he's going to change the game for them. I think for the Rams, you're probably looking at, you said biggest impact. The Rams, it's either going to be, I don't want to do either. I'm just going to say Ernest Jones. I think he's the most likely to start. He stayed on the field, hasn't had any surgeries or anything like that like the other two guys. So I'd say Ernest Jones. So Rams, Ernest Jones. 49ers, Trey Lance. The Cardinals, I'm just going to go with their first-round pick there. I'm going to go with Zaven Collins. I just think having him is going to be huge because he's a true linebacker. The problem with Isaiah, they got Isaiah Simmons last year, and he's an elite talent, but he's such a tweener that they couldn't really figure out how to play him. So Zaven Collins is going to be easy to figure out how to play. And then the Seahawks, I mean, I guess by default it has to be Dwayne Eskridge, because they lost David Moore to free agency. Moore signed with the Carolina Panthers. So I think Dwayne Eskridge having that ability, the jet motion, which is a focal point in Sean McVay's scheme. So now you add Shane Waldron to the mix. And I think Shane Waldron's going to be doing the same thing. And, I think that's what they're going to want to do. And it looks like we're getting a 4th and 1 here. They're going to go for it. Speaking of jet motion, we get it there. Rollout. Is Dobbs going to do something here? What's he going to do? Jump pass, nobody there. I do like that they went for it. Man, Matthew Sexton could have had a touchdown. So it's going to be 16-3. Cowboys are going to get the ball, 1:53 left to go. Turnover on downs for Dobbs. But, yeah. How was the Green Day show? It was great. Nolan, I'm just annoyed that Fall Out Boy had COVID, or a guy in Fall Out Boy, like a roadie, had COVID, and so they couldn't, perform. Pissed me off. But aside from that, Weezer was very good, and Green Day, was very good. So it was a really good show. Still recovering. Throat is still not the same from it. What do you think of punter situation in Rams camp? Hecker a chance to get cut. Corey a protected practice squad. Yeah, I mean, I think Corey Bojorquez is going to be a guy that is there because of COVID. Make no mistake about it, Johnny Hecker is going to... Oh, Brennan Eagles got the best of Mark Gilbert there. Make no mistake about it, Johnny Hecker isn't going anywhere because they had him. He's the guy that, they have jersey, like the brand new jersey pictures. He's in one of them. Like, they're not going to, market a punter and then cut him. It's just not going to happen. So that's what I'll say in that regard. Bojorquez is strictly there as a very good punter in case Hecker were to come down with COVID or something crazy. My stream is behind. Thanks for the spoiler. Geez. Oh, I didn't know. What is that throw? Oh, my Lord. Brandon Smith just, he completely lays out to catch it, but that's such a weird throwing motion, man. What's up, CG? Yeah, Bojorquez is one of the better punters in football. I'm surprised the Rams got him. Brandon Smith caught the crazy one the last time and then tried it again. Nope. Yeah, Shakur Brown was on him, but that's a good... I mean, he threw him open. Gotta give him credit. Yeah, he's got a really weird throwing motion, man. 51 seconds left. Man, I thought he caught that. Osiris Mitchell. Yeah, right. All right, 3rd and 10, 46 seconds left to go. Oh, he just got clobbered. Number 65. Abdullah Anderson. Okay. 4th and 19. There's Abdullah Anderson giving chase. Oh, wow. DiNucci ran for like 24 yards there. Jeez. Are we really going to see a Hail Mary potentially get somebody hurt on this play in preseason? I think we are. Oh, he's not. He's getting it off, but Jesus. Steelers win 16-3. It is just preseason, so obviously it doesn't count towards the record. But I appreciate you guys joining me. This is our first watch party of hopefully many. I'm Jake Ellenbogen. Again, I appreciate you guys helping me out, supporting the channel. Be sure to like on your way out if you haven't already. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. But I definitely enjoyed hanging out with you. I have no voice. I mean, I know I sound like I do, but I really don't. So I put it all out there for you. We'll get you more videos and stuff like that. I am going to be going to Florida next weekend or next week to see my grandfather. So I don't know how things are going to go down as far as the Rams watch party, Rams Chargers. If I am unable to do that, because I think I'll be driving back home from Florida. If I'm unable to do that, I will do the next two without a doubt, and I'll make it up to you by doing a regular season one, but I don't know for sure, so I'll keep you posted on that. But that's all I got for you guys. So again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm Jake Ellenbogen, and you guys have a great night.